Hey guys, and welcome to 2013's 2014 End of the Year podcast. I'm your host Nelson, and with me are Chewie, or
Hi.
Alex Trabante, whichever you want to call him, Smith Garvin,
Back again.
and
Yeah.
Maxwell Chen.
Games suck.
There you go. See?
That's his thing.
Yeah. So we're gonna deliberate today about Game of the Year stuff, as everybody tends to do every year. Chewie, what's the first one?
First, I'm not gonna do that. Video game trends that need to stop, and there's some parentheses, and then it says, "Whoa there, champ! Slow down!" Exclamation point, and then another closing parentheses.
I hate you. Okay, continue.
Do I give the categories?
That's the
Yeah,
no. You
just-
just need to do the
yeah.
first category, and then
I mean, not all. Do I give the entries?
Yeah.
the
yes, do all
nominations?
the entries.
So, first, games. Just they need to stop. As
Did
per
Maxwell
tradition.
put that there?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think you can have a tradition after 2 years, right? That's how it works.
I think you. Yeah.
Haven't we? Didn't we only do it one
Yeah,
time?
Yeah.
this is our
This is
second
the
year,
second
so it's
year.
now a tradition.
Okay.
Next, microtransactions.
Okay.
Day one updates. Ooh,
Yep.
whoever put that there is pretty smart.
I get
Day
it.
one DLC.
God damn it.
Shitty DLC. Zombie games. Early access. Episodic games or MOBAs.
Okay. So Chewie, choose the first one to cut.
It's gonna come off games. Let's just take off video games in general.
Oh, oh.
we all wanted it there, but we know it's not gonna last. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So
Suck.
I think the only one here who actually thinks they need to end completely is Maxwell.
Probably
Like who will stand by his decision and fight for
not me.
it.
Not me.
after much pushing, it'd probably be like, yeah, they should still be around, I guess.
He'd do his usual thing. We're like, it's coming off, Maxwell, and he's like, well, gets taken off.
All right, who's next?
Okay,
You,
good.
you broke me. I don't care. You know?
All right,
Just like
go ahead, Smith. Choose one. Like the
I'm
book.
gonna go ahead. In my opinion, we can go ahead and strike early access.
No,
'cause-
no, we can't. No,
I think we can.
no, that needs
I mean-
to stay on there.
I don't see what's the
Yeah.
big deal. I mean, sometimes I get, I buy something, I get an early access to, multiplayer mode or a demo or something like that, and I'm just like, "Ooh, hey, it's cool I bought this," but I've never really seen, people screaming and cutting themselves to get early access to something, and I've never really seen it, breaking a game or breaking the industry. in any way.
Probably because you don't play PC
Yeah,
games.
we're talking about early access from Steam, right? That's what you're talking about, early access.
Even then, in Steam, I feel like it cut costs in like game testing. I feel like it's a good thing. And like, if you don't want to play the alpha, don't play the alpha.
Yeah, it's just that I like the idea. It's just that it's taken to some ridiculous levels lately. Like nobody's really releasing a working product anymore. They just go, "Hey, look at this thing. That's an interesting idea. Give us money, and then we're gonna start making the thing work." At least make me something playable.
Well, that's just
There's
how
a
it
lot-
works, but
there's a lot more shittier, scammy type of games, like that one game, freaking Day One Survival. Gary's.
yeah, Gary's
thing.
Gary's something. Ah, fuck! I forgot what it's
Gary's mod.
called. No, it's like
Gary's
No,
mod.
no, it's like Day
maybe
One.
it's just a trend with people that they need to stop, paying for shitty things.
Can we put people in there? Because that's a video game trend that needs to stop. People.
No, we can't put people on there. Because we said
I guess, do we cast this down to a vote? Or is Smith thoroughly convinced that early access is evil?
Well,
I'm-
no,
I'm-
It's
I
not.
just feel like compared to some of the other stuff on there, it's not really that bad. I mean, I can see some of the obvious flaws in it, but I mean, compared to microtransactions and day one DLC,
Yeah, it's no day one DLC, which is pretty awful.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel like that should stay on there because there are other things we should cut besides early access, like zombie games or I don't know, something else, anything.
I don't know how many. I feel like 800 zombie games came out this year.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
like 8,000 zombie games, and probably one's coming out today.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. We can cut it. I don't care.
I mean,
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm for
could-
cutting it.
I'm the only one.
Uh,
I'm the only one who's fighting.
Who's standing tall?
Yeah, so I guess if nobody else wants to cut it, then cut it. All right.
Thus falls another nomination.
All right, Maxwell, you choose one.
Uh, I don't know.
Who put MOBAs on there?
Me.
Who?
Me.
Okay, it was Nelson. Okay.
Oh gosh, me.
I was like, why are you people ashamed? Why is no one speaking up?
I am ashamed.
I
What
like
you're
Dota.
like?
I don't know what's wrong with you.
That you're like, I think MOBA needs to stop.
It needs to stop, but I play a lot of Dota, so it's kind of counterintuitive.
Oh, okay.
We
yeah,
also played a
fair
lot of what's it called? It's Maxwell's turn. Let Maxwell decide.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
enough. Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
know. I think we should take out. I don't know. Zombie games. That needs to stop. Shitty DLCs. You don't have to buy this. Let's take out shitty DLCs because you don't have to buy them.
Okay.
True.
I mean, day one DLC like character packs or whatever. That's
Is that still
shitty.
happening? I mean, I can you name
Day
an
one,
example?
yeah, all the
No, I know that, but I mean, can you mark a real example? I mean, because I remember for the whole Mass Effect.
Not really.
Okay.
in Dynasty Warriors there was day one DLC and it was just costume packs, but I bought it anyways because I like Dynasty
But
Warriors.
that's not the day one DLC that you.
It was day one. It was out day one.
So you,
They could have included it. It could have just been included in the package. I didn't have to pay $3 more.
anybody play the new Forza? Just because don't you have to pay? Aren't there like microtransactions in that game too?
I did.
If only to buy cars, I think.
And
You
they're
don't have
full
to.
price.
It's not as shitty as freaking Dirt 3 where you have to buy tracks.
See that sounds
pieces.
scummy as shit. All right, well,
So yeah, Forza, it's only to buy cars.
okay, well,
So we're losing shitty DLC.
yeah, we're cutting shitty DLC.
Yeah.
Everyone's for that.
Yeah, we're fine with that. All right.
Because you don't have to.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut episodic games.
Yeah, I'm fine with episodic.
Yeah.
games.
I'm completely
I'm-
fine with
I'm-
episodic games. I don't
same.
think it's a bad thing.
Like in Wolf Among Us, the way that ends, I'm like, oh, I'm glad this was episodic.
Yeah.
Now I can dwell
Yeah.
on this for months.
Yeah. As long as they give you the option to buy all the episodes at once, I don't mind episodic games.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Telltale knows what's
Out
up.
there.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Chewie. Oh yeah, so we need 3. We need the top 3.
What about 4? 4's okay.
Okay.
There's 4 of us, but
Well-
then no, because if there's 4 of us, then all of us will vote for a different one. There's
Yeah.
a chance of
Yeah.
that.
So we need 3, and then we need to decide the top one. So we need top 3. We need the top one, and then 2 runner-ups.
I think we vote for once we get to 3, we all vote,
Sure.
and then whichever one has the majority wins.
Sure.
Alright.
Because one of them's bound to have the majority if there's 3 left.
Sure. I would prefer arguing, but yeah, sure. Democracy works.
Yeah, look at America, the greatest place on earth.
Sure, if you say so.
Hurry up and cut something.
I'm waiting on Chewie.
Me,
Yes, it's your
MOBAs,
Okay.
because we're the only 2 that play them, Nelson, and I'm okay with them. You're just self-loathing.
Yeah, I am. It's just, yeah.
I think we've played more MOBAs together than we have any other game.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's kind of a shame. Nobody wants to keep it.
I've heard like stories about what MOBAs do to people, but you know, for me it's just kind of it's like being on the outside looking in, you know. So I
I don't know. They can keep making. I mean, LOL and friggin' Dota already won. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess so. Here's a new.
Also, I mean, I have no problem with MOBAs. I have problems with MOBA culture.
Yeah,
nah,
maybe
yeah,
we should have put. Maybe we should have put like MOBA communities or MOBA culture or something like that.
I think that's synonymous with gaming culture. Because let's face it, like 90% of people who play games are pricks.
Hey, let's put games back up there because that's what you're describing.
You know what?
You're right.
I'm kind of starting to
Video
side with
games.
Maxwell. He's kind of right. Maybe we should just stop video games.
I mean, games embody all the categories left. I mean, look at that. That is a game released in 2013.
So you're saying we should just we just put video games and then that's
And then we end the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. No, we end everything. Boom. That's our game of the year. Okay.
Fuck you. Our game of the year is a big middle finger.
All right. Well, okay, let's cut MOBAs. I'm okay with it.
And then Smith gets the last one, then we vote.
Mm. Well, I want to say, compared to those, you know, as oversaturated as they are, I say we can cut zombie games. I mean, I know some people don't like them. There's a whole bunch out there that are just totally, utterly subpar. But I mean, Last of Us was one of my favorite games of this year.
Is it really a
Dead-
zombie game though?
Yeah, it's
kinda is.
It's more like a plant person game.
that's
let's
the,
be honest.
the infected subculture.
Okay, so can we put instead of zombie games, can we put infected people games? If you want to make it,
I was saying,
Or let's just say it's the same thing.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
really is.
no, I'm
Vote
for
on
it.
it.
I just wanted to
Synonymous.
acknowledge that there's too many zombie games.
oh, there is.
Yeah.
There's way too many.
Oh yeah, there is. But Last of Us was one of my favorites. Dead Rising 3 is one of the most
Pretty
pure
fucking
fun
awesome.
games I've had this year. Telltale's Walking Dead is, I'm still, waiting with bated breath on episode 2, season 2. So, there's a bunch out there. A lot of them are shit, but, some of them are really good too. So,
Yeah.
and I think, they can stay out there, but, I don't think they're as much of a blight as stuff like day one updates and microtransactions are.
Good
True.
point.
I see it going the route of like FPSs where
Yeah.
that's the
It just
only
gets-
game out there and that's the only game people
Just
play.
gets-
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it just
It's just we need more fresh takes on zombies, or at least less takes on zombies, because there's just.
I
way too
would-
many
I would
But like
rather-
all the games that other than Dead Rising 3, all the games that are mentioned that are good about zombie games, it's focusing more on like how people
the human element
deal
of the
with
zombies.
Yeah.
rather than murdering
I would-
zombies.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would rather have an oversaturated market of a genre with a few good games than just bad business practices in general.
Good point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yes.
All right.
Cut it.
Let's cut zombie
Cut that
games.
shit.
Took
Alright.
you guys like 5 minutes to decide what everyone thought already to cut it.
Well, we're justifying our actions, Maxwell.
All right. So we got microtransactions.
Zombie police are gonna show up and they're gonna be like, "Hey, why'd you even put that up there, assholes?" And then they're gonna kill us.
Fucking racist. We just want to be part of the, you guys.
Alright, let's vote.
Okay, we got microtransactions, day one updates, and day one DLC for video game trends that need to stop. What do we?
I'm gonna vote for microtransactions.
I mean, yeah, microtransactions are super shitty. Yeah, I think day one updates need to wins it, as the fact that video games don't ship complete anymore, or at least mostly complete, that everything needs to be bug fixed day one, is fucking ridiculous. I mean, the PS3, the PS4 got an update day one so that they could play online. That shit's fucking crazy. That thing's been, we've been waiting for that thing for a long time. That should have come out already. That should have been completed.
Maybe they just didn't want to push it back though,
Maybe
because they know how people would have been if they pushed it back.
it's just
And also, they had to compete with Microsoft.
yeah, it's just the sense that nothing comes out completed anymore. Nothing comes out as a whole. Everything needs to be fixed the day that it's shipped. Is crazy.
Maybe if we lived in a perfect socialist or paradise where there was no competition and we were allowed to create art and that's it, then maybe
Yeah,
everything would be okay. But I feel
no, I
I
mean,
don't know. It's your decision. It's your vote. I don't give a shit.
no, I know. I mean, I
Yeah,
understand.
whatever.
I understand why people put out why they need to have the day one updates. It's just that the idea that that's still such a big thing and it hasn't become less of a thing. It's crazy to me.
It's just the Bethesda model, Nelson. Just release something unfinished and have someone else complete
Bug
it for
test it for you.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it.
I'm gonna vote for microtransactions as well, I guess.
All right, Smith, your vote.
I would say I'm gonna have to go with microtransactions. I would say day one DLC, or I would say, but you don't have to buy day one DLC. You don't have to buy microtransactions either. But the thing about microtransactions is, to me, they're a lot more
They're like
That
play
should
to win.
that,
Pay to
yeah,
win.
that
They're
should
like-
be that should be pay to win instead of like.
yeah,
microtransactions.
they're like the ones that bait you into buying it, pay to win, stuff like
They
that.
just seem more scummy and villainous, like underhanded.
Yeah, and like I have a problem with day one DLC if it's game breaking DLC.
Yeah, but
Like the
Yeah.
freaking Prothean that you
yeah.
don't have to get, but he's integral to the story.
Yeah. But see, that was.
Yeah,
But I mean,
exactly.
there
Fucking
are
bullshit.
pretty decent microtransactions. Like the way that Dota does it is pretty okay with me. I don't mind it. It's only costumes and UIs and stuff. There's nothing inherently evil about it. You're not buying heroes. Everything's available to you. You can play the game from the beginning.
Dota's a jewel in a pile of shit, though.
God damn it.
We know how much you love Dota, bro.
No, okay.
I'm
Okay.
talking to Alex.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to me. Okay, so microtransactions done.
Yep, that's the game trend that needs to stop.
I'll agree with that. Okay.
Fireworks.
There you go. Transactions is our video game train that needs to stop with day one DLC and day one updates as runner-ups. And Smith, read the next category.
Next category is great game that no one played. Parentheses, you should really check this out. And the nominees are Gone Home. Everyone and their mother played this.
You don't have to
Candy
read the
Box.
parentheses.
Yeah, apparently I do, Nelson. Because
Did you play it, Smith? I didn't play it.
Gone home.
Put it, Maxwell.
That's why it's perfect. It's a great game that
Yeah, no one played. You should really check this out.
I actually did play it to see what the fuss was about.
Yeah.
Really? You were like shitting all over it when it came out. Everyone's giving it.
Well,
freaking
yeah.
game of the year.
At Maxwell, I didn't feel comfortable shitting all over it without playing.
See, he does the process.
I guess it changed your mind.
No, it did. It didn't. Candy Box, Super Hot, God Mode, Europa Universalis IV, and Risk of Rain.
Can I go
And
first?
of those, I was gonna say of those, the only one I played was Europa Universalis IV. And Nelson, how do you know no one played this, or whoever put it up there?
What do you mean? The great game that no one played?
Yeah, who put Europa Universalis IV, and how do you know? How do you know no one played it?
Because it's a pretty niche title.
Yeah,
and
it's kind of along the lines of Crusader Kings, where only a few people buy it, but the people who buy it will love it.
Yeah, I actually saw.
I'm not
someone
gonna
else
put up
play it.
Battlefield 4 up there because everybody and their fucking mother is gonna play Battlefield 4.
I think, what was it, PC Gamer or something like that? They gave that the game of the year.
Nice.
Yeah, that side it looked really good.
It's a fantastic game, but it's really niche.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna go first because I wanted to go first for this.
Why? Oh, wait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I want to get rid of God mode.
Okay.
But you put it up there.
I was making a point because I bought it to play with Nelson, but Nelson was too poor to get it.
Yeah.
It's $5, but I understand. I'm still angry. I beat that game alone. It's a co-op game.
It's a game. You're still angry about a game that I slighted you on, that you could have just not played at all.
I couldn't help it. The narrator has such a great voice.
All right. Smith, go cut a game.
Europa Universalis IV, mainly just because from what I've seen, it looks absolutely incrable.
But it's
No, you want it to stay if you wanted to.
Yeah, you need.
Oh yeah, you want it to stay. Yeah,
the
that's
game
right.
where you're gonna cut from the list.
I'm already used to taking out stuff. We're like, no, this is good.
No. What
Uh,
one?
Why don't you just take out Gone Home? Since you hate it so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll for Gone Home.
Yeah, I'm voting for Gone Home too. Take that out. Take that.
That
shit.
being said, though, I like it as just an experiment. I just don't like how it was being treated as the next paradigm of gaming.
Yeah, true. It's a very interesting experiment, but I think it's a game that a lot of people played because of all the hype and the news about it.
Exactly.
It's not a game. It is a good game that a lot of people played. I don't think it deserves to be on this list for that.
It wasn't treated like a game. It was treated like
Second coming.
It wasn't even
it was like the second coming.
Yeah,
of
it
video
was-
games.
It wasn't even treated like an experiment. It was treated like art, and going in this direction is what will save the industry.
Yeah, that's how it was received and everything.
And it's.
But what was neat about it, what I thought was neat about it, how it's like your experience was determined by how much you were willing to interact.
Yeah.
Which is neat for a game, because the whole point of games is interaction.
Yeah, and the amount of detail in the stuff that you interacted in
It's
was.
the same
really-
argument as Heavy Rain when it came out.
Yeah, but that was a bad game.
That was an okay game.
Now, that was a game where they told you to play as the killer, but the killer isn't trying to cover up the murder. He thinks himself.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
No, yeah,
Bullshit.
it was completely dumb shit, but that's not a conversation.
Spoilers!
We need to have a.
I don't
Right
give a
now.
that game's like 8 years old.
Yeah.
David Cage is gonna kill you because you just spoiled the ending of his magnum opus.
He's gonna
David
have to
Cage.
lock me up in
I'm
that
gonna-
cage
I'm
if he
gonna
wants to
cut out
stop
Candy
shitting on his
Box.
game.
What? You're gonna cut what?
Cut out Candy Box, 'cause I have no idea what the hell that
Candy
is.
Box is an ASCII game that's on the internet. It's a URL game where basically you start out just getting candies and lollipops, and then you plant the lollipops to get more lollipops, and then you can buy swords with the candies so you could go fight. You could go questing, and eventually crazy shit happens where you like go to hell and fight the devil. You fight Chuck Norris.
the,
you fight yourself.
Is that just a ripoff of, what was that, Frog?
Yeah, it's basically
Fractions?
it's kind of a lot like Frog Fractions in the sense where it starts off really simple and you think this is kind of stupid, but then it gets really fucking crazy as you go along.
I thought Candy Box was that Bejeweled ripoff on Facebook that
N-
my mom keeps sending me invites to.
No,
You
that's
mean
like
Candy
Oh.
that's
Crush?
Candy
That's
Crush.
it, Candy Crush.
No, Candy Box is basically Frog Fractions, but in ASCII.
Cool.
I mean,
Well, I cut it out already.
I was gonna say,
Yep, it's gone.
I was just gonna say that Candy. I
back.
We need to add that fucking cookie game into one of the categories.
Cookie Clicker.
Oh God, no! That was like a ripoff of like 18 other games that just got popular because it was cookies.
Yeah, I mean, Cookie Clicker and Candy Box.
Actually, I played that for like 13 hours.
I'm still
I have a
playing Candy
save
Box
file
right
on my
now.
computer. I need to
I
load
like
it
how
up and get some
I
more
like
cookies.
how you're always like, oh, that game's fucking terrible. I played it for 13 hours. I would know.
Hey, I'm getting the full experience.
I
I mean-
feel like you'd know if it was bad after less than
So we
13
should-
hours.
I still.
Maybe I'm slow, Smith. Thanks for bringing it up.
You're like the average guy on V who's like, well, after 69 hours, I realized this game's terrible.
I still think we should leave Candy Box on here. It's a great game. Not a lot of people have.
You're
voted.
outvoted.
It's like Cookie. It's just like Cookie Clicker, except with less cool pictures.
All right. Fuck it then. All right.
Finish
Well, okay,
it.
so we got Super Hot Europa Universalis 4 and Risk of Rain for great game that no one played. What are your
I don't
votes?
know what Risk of Rain
Risk
is.
of
and I
Rain
don't know.
is
It's a roguelike sci-fi game,
that has
Oh.
like skills on it and you can upgrade and level up and stuff.
and like the longer you play, the harder it gets.
It looks really cool.
Is it a game that no one played? I think
I don't know. Two out of 4 haven't played it.
Yeah,
So.
that's pretty. I mean, and then Super Hot, I like it a lot. It's getting greenlit on Steam, so it's gonna become a real game eventually.
Well, it's not a real game, so it shouldn't be.
It is a game. You can play it now. There's a whole demo for it right now.
Smith, cast your vote.
It's a
Super Hot
demo. It's
Become.
not a full game. I'm voting for Europa.
I'll vote for Super
I
Hot.
say,
I'll also vote for Europa.
yeah, me too.
All right,
From what I've seen.
great. Europa Universalis is the great game that no one played.
You
Max,
should really check this out.
yeah, Europa Universalis is 4. Check Universalis. That was a Paradox game, right?
Universalis. Yes,
Yeah.
I
it
think
was.
now you can load your save from Crusader Kings. all
Yeah,
the way-
so if you have a family that I don't think is possible that lasts that long, you can put them into the new world.
Awesome.
And I think after Europa Universalis 4, you can load into the new Hearts of Iron game. I think something like
That's
that.
Iron. That's kind of crazy that
Ooh,
they
now
have
there's a good series.
that they have
Hearts of
that
Iron.
much of like connectivity between each other. All right, we finished great game we don't played. Maxwell, what's the next category?
Okay. Best case of sequelitis. Best sequel.
All right.
Grand Theft Auto 5. Metro Last Light. Just Dance 2014. Yeah.
All right.
Saints Row 4. Why don't they have that song in Just Dance?
Yeah, we were just discussing this a while ago.
Ass in Creeds 4. Poker Night 2 and Dead Rising 3.
All right.
So Maxwell cuts first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he always cuts first.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, is that a euphemism?
Yes, it is.
For what? Like he
I
farts first?
always fart first, or I always cut in line or something.
Yes, you always stab somebody first. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. I guess we should take out.
You get a choice.
Dead.
Give him a second. He has to think about it. It's a
Dead silence.
Dramatic pause.
I guess Dead Rising 3.
No, we're not gonna cut that.
I love that game.
We're
For
not
the
gonna-
sake of being cut, I'll give it because I feel there's other games on there that were a better
Yeah.
or I don't know, like Dead Rising 3 is great, but it is kind of more of the same, just sillier.
Yeah, but it did a lot of things to improve on the systems of Dead Rising 2.
I'm thinking about
I didn't
either
play Dead
that.
Rising 2 because it was too stressful for me. So
I mean, like they added an easier mode for people who can't play the traditional way. They added an upgrade.
No,
pack.
never mind that. Never mind the fact that you can now talk on your radio and fight at the same time.
See, that's
And every
that's
time
awesome.
you get hit while you're talking, whenever you get hit while you're talking, the dude isn't like, bruh, you cut me off. I'm starting over.
I feel like that's a step backwards because no one will have the same level of hate as they had with Otis.
Yeah, but nobody's had that same level of hate with Otis since Dead
Because
Rising.
Otis was the real villain of that game,
No, Al.
and the radio made you realize that.
I will tell you this, Al. In Dead Rising 3, like fairly early when you meet this guy, you have to like infiltrate.
I got to that part already.
Were you like, yes?
I used his portrait as a weapon for like the next 30 minutes until it broke.
Yeah, I don't
Alex,
think we should cut Dead Rising 3 for best seat, bro.
Well, what? Okay, how about if we dispute it if Maxwell says, "All right, don't cut it," how would we decide what gets cut instead?
I was thinking of that or Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah, he can present. He either can present an alternative or somebody can present an alternative. Like I was gonna say, Poker Night 2.
Oh yeah, I'd be down for Poker Night, Assassin's Creed, or Last Light. I mean, Assassin's Creed 4 and Last Light. I mean, they were both improved sequels, but they weren't the best one.
I would cut Assassin's Creed or Poker Night before I cut Dead Rising.
All right. No, what do you think, Maxwell?
What do you?
Cut ass. Cut ass.
Okay.
We cut ass off.
Okay, we'll cut our
ass off.
We'll cut our asses off.
All right.
Okay, it's my turn. Poker Night 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It was fun. I liked playing poker with Brock.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
All
pretty
right.
cool.
Chewie, your turn.
Fuck. I want to cut the one that I feel might win.
Okay, go ahead. Try for it.
I'm gonna cut Metro Last Light. That's not the one I think I was gonna win. I just want to get it off the list.
I feel like it should stay on here. It's a great.
No, I mean, I loved it.
It's a great looking game and it has a great atmosphere to it. The ending
Yeah,
on
and
it is amazing.
Is it better
And
than
it
Grand
was-
Theft Auto 4, Saints Row 4, and Dead Rising 3, and Just Dance 2014? I don't think so.
Okay, when you put
All
it,
right, you know,
that's-
fucking cut.
I would cut Dead
That's where I'd
Rising. I would
agree.
cut Dead Rising 3 before I cut Metro Last Light. That's what
Can you put on a Servbot helmet and tennis shorts and then kill a zombie with a traffic cone
No,
in Metro Last Light?
no, but then
No.
no, but you go up to a nest,
Are
murder
we
all
still
the
talking
baby.
about this? It's cut.
No, because I don't want it cut. I think it should stay on here.
You failed to
Nelson,
convince me.
No, because,
Nelson, I loved Last Light too, but I don't think it could. I
We
don't think it
already-
could stay up
we already-
there.
We voted.
Ah, fuck.
Against one. Okay, fucking Smith's or
Smith's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real hard choice.
It's difficult.
I know what he's choosing. I can smell it. I can smell what he's gonna fucking choose. Fucking
I think
asshole.
you're wrong. Stop doing that. You're gonna throw me
I'm just gonna cut it prematurely because that's how we do things.
out. What are you about to?
What the fuck are you talking about? We fucking voted.
I know what the vote is gonna be.
I do too, but he says he thinks not. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, I was just gonna cut it prematurely because that's we do things like that.
Hey, look, it's Nelson being passive aggressive.
I am.
Bitch.
I'm being
surprise.
passive-aggressive like crazy.
Fucking beta.
Yeah, very.
I was gonna say I did play Just Dance 2014 at my aunt's house over Christmas.
Okay.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's why I'd say I kept it up there long enough. I can cut Dead Rising 3 from those.
Yes.
How many songs does Just Dance 2014 have?
God, I don't.
Chewie has the box that's I know.
because the Xbox One takes forever to turn on. Over 40 of today's hottest tracks and more microtransactions coming up.
Name me. Okay. Damn it. Okay, name me some of the tracks.
All right, we got Everyone's favorite, Blurred Lines.
I don't know.
Ooh.
No.
No, I hate that
That's-
song.
I don't
I
like
said
it.
that
I don't like that
facetiously, 'cause
song.
That song is a piece of shit.
That's what Smith plays when he's about to rape someone.
Yeah, that's what that song is.
It's
I know
about
you
rape.
want it.
It's got Aquarius, Let the Sunshine In. You know, the song that was at
Yes.
the end of 40-Year-Old
40,
Virgin.
yeah.
99 Luftballons, Applause by Lady
Oh.
Gaga.
All right.
Yeah.
Aladdin's Prince Ali.
Okay. Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Boat.
Yeah.
Love Boat. That's
Okay.
a good one.
Yeah. Okay, I'll agree. Dead Rising 3.
YMCA.
Okay.
It finally has Just Dance by Lady Gaga, and it's the name of the
Yeah,
goddamn.
It took them 4 games.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
More if you include like the summer slam shit.
Oh,
and
don't
not
forget the
number
kids ones
games.
also.
Yeah,
There's a
don't
kids
forget
one?
those.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
couple ones.
Oh,
Been like
Jesus.
4.
God damn it.
they were
So
like, let's put this in finally.
Yeah.
so it took them all in all. It took them like I don't know,
27
almost
games.
2 dozen games, I guess, something like that.
All
It's
right.
the Final
we're,
Fantasy.
We're
rhythm
cutting
games.
Dead Rising 3, right?
Yeah, we're gonna cut Dead Rising 3.
All right, so we vote now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I think Saints Row 4 should win it.
Me too.
I think that game improved so much on Saints Row and did so many fucking fun, crazy, stupid things about it. That
Do you think it'll continue with all the crazy stuff though?
I think at this point they either have to either make a new crazier sequel where you keep your powers, which is gonna be really fucking hard, or
Which they could do.
Oh, next one's gonna be time travel.
or reboot the series, which they could probably.
No, they could still do the powers because you have that suit now.
Yeah, they could. I mean, they could do both. They could reboot the series and do the powers by going in time, by going back to Saints Row the First.
Yeah. Or like Rome.
That too.
I don't know if
Remember what was that? What was the name of that game? It had the title. Al, remember the one where you were like the idea where you were like a beatboxer who had to rhyme for
Can
the
you
Roman
bring
consulate.
Groove back to ancient Rome?
It could totally do that with time travel.
Yeah.
I don't know if it should win it because basically they rehashed the same engine, the same graphics, everything. They just added new story. That's it.
Yeah.
Could you say that about all three of these though?
No, because
That's
Grand Theft
true.
Auto 4 is a whole new engine with just the whole thing backing it up. They built it from the
Oh, I
ground
thought
up.
it
They did a whole
was.
new
I thought it was
research.
pretty much the same thing as
No,
Grand
no,
Theft
no.
Auto 4.
No, they did.
God,
No, they added a bunch of fucking different things. They started from the ground up. They did a lot of research on Grand Theft Auto 5.
that's I went back and tried to play GTA 4 again.
You can't
before it
after you're
came
playing
out.
5.
I was just like, this game is so ugly.
Yeah, like by comparison, Grand Theft Auto 4 looks like something that should come out of PS2.
It does.
By comparison,
I'd vote for Just Dance 2014.
I'd vote for that too.
no, you would. You can have multiple votes. You need to have one vote.
I voted for 2K14.
Oh, no, the two voted for Saints Row
Smith
4.
voted for Saints Row.
Okay, so we need to
Yeah.
decide what the break is.
All right, if it's tied, then I say we just flip a coin. In true, I don't give a fuck fashion.
Well, then how will we know who won?
Yeah,
Max-
exactly.
Max-
no,
Maxwell
no,
does
we
it
need
first.
to.
No, because whoever announced it should flip the coin.
No, this needs to
I'll
be.
flip a coin.
He'll be fair.
I
No,
could,
it won't
like,
be fair.
I-
It's
I
fucking
could-
chance.
Shut up! I just want
I
there to be
can-
silence. I want
I
there to
can
be
add
silence.
like a webcam of me flipping the coin, but I'm like naked,
Whatever.
so
Just take a
I
picture.
just want there to be silence and for us to hear a clatter, and then for us to wait with our breath.
Uh, I'll make sure it lands on the wood part so you can hear it.
All right.
So
Yeah, go.
tails for I'm using this on a dollar coin.
Let's do tails for Just Dance and heads for Saints Row.
Okay.
Could you shake your tail in Just Dance 2014?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're the head of the world in Saints Row 4.
All right, everyone, quiet.
That's pretty good.
We got heads.
Yeah,
Like
Saints
people-
Row 4.
All right, Saints Row wins.
There you go. Democracy wins.
Yeah,
You
there we
doubted
go.
his honesty. You
Yeah.
should all be ashamed.
I am a.
I was gonna lie, but I don't give a shit.
All right, so Nelson
Smith.
announces this one.
Biggest letdown. The people who are the categories biggest letdown. The nominees are Microsoft, Sony, gaming culture in general. The fact that none of the new consoles have achieved sentience to form the consciousness of a young Japanese girl who refers to the user as senpai and continuously tries to work up the courage to admit her love for senpai.
I think we know what's gonna fucking win.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Okay. So you say like the console just has the consciousness and like mindset of a young Japanese girl, right?
Yeah, she doesn't transform into.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
but yeah. I mean, you can just come home every day and she can be like, "Senpai, what were you doing today?" And you'd be
Yeah,
like, "Shut the
but-
hell up, console! I want to play Battlefield 4." And she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. When she finally does get the courage to confess, you'll be like right in the middle of like your third prestige, and then she'll be like, "Senpai, I have something to tell you," and you'll be like, "Not now," and she'll be like, "Yes, now," and shut down your game.
No,
Be
please.
like, do you know how long I've waited for this?
So if you've really thought about this.
No, it just popped into my head.
All right. Well,
mean,
who's cutting first? Nelson's cutting
You know,
first.
you know how it is. Come on.
I think we should cut Sony. I think Sony did okay this year.
Yeah, I'll go.
I think Sony did pretty good this year.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, alright, let's cut to
I don't own a
Alright.
PS4, but yeah, I believe you.
Okay. Next cut is Chewie. Oh wait, no, we
Nope,
only
it's
have
three.
three. Okay, so we got
Alright,
Microsoft.
let's vote.
We have Microsoft
would-
gaming culture in general. The fact that none of the new consoles have achieved sentience to form the consciousness of a young Japanese girl who refers to the user as senpai and continuously tries to work up the courage to admit her love for senpai.
I vote for that one.
I vote for
Me too.
Microsoft as the biggest letdown.
We have 2 votes for sentience.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for sentience.
The only reason I was voting for Microsoft because it was like crazy. They had the whole online DRM thing, and then they just completely backed away and said, "No, dog."
Is that a letdown or like a, oh, thank God they didn't do
It's
that?
just crazy that they
Yeah.
just completely just moved back. They backed away from their decision of saying this is the future of video games, and they said, "Oh God, everybody hates us. We should just please everybody."
In a way, I'm happy they did that because they're a company that's based off the response of the public
Yeah, it's just
rather than being an oligarchy where they're like, "Fuck you, what we say is law."
yeah, it's just I thought it was a letdown because it would have been an
I would've
interesting fight
said-
to see between
I would've
They
said-
PS4 and
Send
Microsoft.
out the drones from the
I would've said-
NSA to kill all the naysayers.
So
I
wait,
would've said-
Nelson has to announce the winner.
I just said.
Say it again.
Okay, the winner is the fact that none of the new consoles have achieved sentience to form the consciousness of a young Japanese girl who refers to the user as senpai and continuously tries to work up the courage to admit her love for senpai.
Perfect.
There you go.
Al, how come in your version of that you're all mean to her?
Because that's your dream. I was playing it for you, where your
Oh.
dream is to be Wolverine from the Wolverine.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
first it was the dude from Pacific Rim, now it's Wolverine.
It's both. All right.
I would've
my turn,
said-
right.
It's your turn,
Yeah.
and it's the best mission or moment.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm announcing it. All right. So as Nelson stole my thunder,
I'm
it's best mission or moment, and the nominations are the final fight in Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, quote, ... okay, end quote from Last of Us, Be a Badass in Saints Row 4, and Bioshock Infinite ending. I'm playing Bioshock Infinite right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna spoiler it.
Yeah,
No.
spoilers.
I'm gonna be Smith and spoil
That's
it.
why I want to cut it so I don't get spoiled.
It's the end of the year podcast. They kind of have to be. Yeah. Well, no, I think it needs to stay on there. That's a great.
You know,
ending.
there weren't really any.
And the final fight for
outstanding-
Metal Gear Solid Revengeance.
Needs to stay.
That needs to stay.
I'll cut that.
I think that needs to stay.
I-
Well, fuck
I
all of
didn't-
you. I don't. Be a badass. Fine.
I'm cutting that.
What?
Be a badass.
No, final fight.
No.
Okay.
We're not gonna cut Final Fight. The final fight of Metal Gear Solid Revengeance is awesome. It was crazy.
I didn't even see it.
Huh?
I didn't see it, so I can't say anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know,
he's
but
on my side because, like me, he did not see it.
and Smith, you've played the whole fucking thing of Metal Gear Solid Revengeance. The final fight was
I
amazing.
did. It was, but it wasn't my favorite fight.
But the fact that what was it? A
All right,
senator.
you've been outvoted.
He had fucking nanites in his.
I mean, yeah,
He was like Hagar. Body slam.
that last one, the last fight really lets you be like, yeah, this is
Fucking
definitely
ridiculous.
still. Kojima is still involved.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's beating your ass, cursing at you like crazy, being hyper American, pilot driving you, and you're just like a Japanese guy going, "Oh God, please don't hurt me." He's,
I did like that part, but like I said, it wasn't my
Is
favorite.
this gonna be
fight
like
yet.
fucking Voss from last year? do you just really want this to win?
No, I think it needs to. I think it needs to stay on the list more than be a badass in Saints Row.
I don't know. It was pretty amazing.
It
Yeah.
Yeah.
was pretty amazing. I'll admit that. I mean, if nobody else is gonna side with it, I'll cut it. But I think it should have stayed on.
It's just two of us haven't played it,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Smith
Yeah.
is saying who played it that it wasn't his favorite fight.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, final fight.
All right, so we vote now.
All right, there you go. We got Chewie. Read off the nominations.
The last three are OK, Last of Us, Be a Badass, Saints Row 4, and the Bioshock Infinite ending.
I'll say
I'll vote first. I'm gonna vote for the OK because I feel like it sets up a tone that exemplifies the entire game and then sets you up for what's to come. Because I'm pretty sure they're making a sequel.
I could believe
They
that.
are.
Yeah, I'll put my vote for Last of Us.
Yep.
Smith.
it's unanimous.
Yeah, it's
Three,
unanimous.
So it automatically wins.
I just wanted to see what Smith would vote.
I said Last of Us.
Okay, there you go.
First, what's it called?
Unanimous vote.
Yeah, unanimous.
Here, read off the thing that.
Whoa, it's like we have
The
similar
best mission
interests.
or moment was the moment at the very end when, after speaking with Ellie briefly, she says okay, and it cuts to credits.
The ending of The Last of Us.
Yes, the ending of The Last of Us is the best.
Well, I have to fill in the fuck you. I don't need this.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
Pauly Shore.
All right, that's our first five first five categories. I think it went pretty good. Thanks for hearing this.
I guess.
Later, guys. Catch us next.
Is this gonna be episodic? Why don't we just we're
we're
taking
out.
a break? and
I know
then
we're
we'll
gonna
be
take.
right back.
I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna put pause. I'm gonna stop the recording.
It's all gonna be one big thing, though. So it's gonna be weird if we say bye later on,
No,
like in
I'm
it.
cutting. I'm gonna quit. Stop and then record again. Just separate them. Much easier.
Right? Why are you saying goodbye?
God damn it.
Here's a fucking short intermission. We'll be
Later.
back.
Hey guys, we're back. Chewie, what's the next category?
Fuck. We just did Letdown, right?
Yeah, we did.
No, we did
Mission
Best
or
Moment.
No, we-
All
no,
right,
we-
Best New Character.
Yeah, best new character.
The nominations are Joel from The Last of Us, Lamar Davis from GTA 4,
5.
Rex Power 5, Rex Power Colt. It was the fourth one to me because I never played 4. Rex Power Colt from Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon and the Luddices. I don't know what that is.
Lutesis from Bioshock Infinite.
All right,
Yeah,
the Luddices. Like I said, I'm playing Bioshock Infinite right now.
You can take out the Lutesses.
You don't think they should?
Yeah, that's my vote. I'm gonna take out the Luddices.
All right.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I like Rick's Power Cult. a
One,
lot.
it says best new character, singular. That's 2 fucking people at least.
Well, they're both. I'm not even. No, I can't get into it because you're playing the
Yeah,
fucking
you
game.
can't because I'm playing it.
Yeah.
So they're out.
They're both the fucking same character, just gender switch from different universes.
You buried yourself, Nelson.
Yeah. Okay, the Lutesis.
I will make an addendum once I've played it because I'm sure they're awesome. But I mean, yee ass haircut. Let's be honest. Best line spoken in any video game ever.
Yeah, that's why I vote for Lamar Davis.
I'd vote for Lamar Davis. I mean, I like Rex Power Colt. The fact that it's Michael Bean is even better. But
I'm voting for Rex Power Colt.
but Lamar Davis has some of the, at least from what I've seen of that game, has some of the best lines in.
I
him.
loved his whole character arc too.
Yeah, he's great. But I'm a huge sucker for ridiculous 80s and American stuff, so I'm gonna go with Rex Power Colt.
I'm
I
okay
don't
with.
really care about this category. I want to stir up the shit, so I'm gonna vote for Rex Power Coat.
All right.
Fucking coin toss again.
Oh man, bated breath. Here we go. Lamar Davis can be head because he gets it so much.
Yeah.
And Rex Power Colt can be tails.
Well, he did get tail at
'cause-
the end of the game.
Yeah, he did. So that's why he got tail at the end of the game.
Boom.
Because he gets it so much.
Yeah, there you go. Rex Power Colt.
All right, here comes the flip. Fucking head.
Lamar Davis wins. See, he always comes out on top.
It's because I'm not allowed to win. The cosmic forces know.
That's true.
All right, Smith, your turn.
All right.
Hey, which Sim City was this?
The
I'm
newest
sorry.
one.
It's
It's just called SimCity.
Yeah.
oh, is it?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it
just
was
SimCity.
8 or something. Go ahead, Smith.
All right, next category is most disappointing. And the nominees are SimCity, Dead Space 3, Rome Total War 2. Just wonderful. Put that there.
It's me.
And NBA 2K14. Well, well, I heard about all the brouhaha and stuff that happened during SimCity.
Why don't you just cut off Just Wonderful because it's not even a game?
Yeah, I cut off Just Wonderful.
All right.
I'm voting against it.
Okay.
We were quite a disappointment.
Yeah.
As we always are.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay,
Just
my
massive.
turn to cut.
Yep.
I guess I'm cutting Dead Space 3. It's an average Dead Space game. Wasn't
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
It's just in comparison to what Dead Space 2 was.
Well, it's just going the Resident Evil route.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
like, horror isn't cool.
Action.
Being muscly and punching stuff in the face is.
Explosions are what's cool.
The
Yeah.
Resident Evil route.
Alright, so we're cutting Dead Space 3.
Wait, but I never
Dead
played
Space.
Total War Rome though, so I can't say anything about that game.
I imagine it's like a Total War game, but in Rome.
But Total
They
War
had to say,
Total War Shogun was really good. If it's that, but in Rome, I don't see.
no, it's like a reboot of the first one, which was really good. This one's like very subpar.
Oh, so what's
And
wrong?
they had a lot of issues with it.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like an issue.
And I didn't play NBA 2K14, so I also can't say anything about that.
But it's an NBA 2K game.
Yeah, but the NBA 2K games have been, for the most part, always really good games. I don't know about the PC ports or anything, but for the most part, they have
The
been.
PC ports are shit.
Okay, there you go.
Even though I put probably like.
Maxwell, how many
40
hours have you put into 2K14?
Let me see. I think. Let me check. Oh, I still have it installed. Oh wait, only 69 minutes.
There you go.
Wait, okay, then how much have you put into 2K13?
Fuck. Let me see.
Didn't he put like almost 30 hours into that?
More.
Really? Jesus Christ.
I'm in the playoffs. I haven't played it. 18 hours. 18 hours.
That's,
of
okay, that's
life.
less than I thought. But still, that's
Yeah.
a lot of time.
I just remember Maxwell being like, he's like, 2K14 is coming out. I'm gonna hate this. He's like, I hate that series. I'm gonna get it.
Oh wait, I remember. Yeah, I like kind of skipped 2K12. I played 109 hours.
Jesus. Was it good or was it... Or he's just adamant
I
about
remember
liking
nothing
it?
but complaints when he played it.
I don't know.
Why did you just buy the console version if the PC version's so bad?
It's so cheap. It's like $20 cheaper.
He can't not buy it.
Okay. I just think that you should just buy the console versions because those are always good.
Pay full price for an NBA 2K game? I think not.
You know when it first came out, it was $40. Then immediately it went on sale,
Jeez.
for like 50%.
All right. So read off the 3 nominations and then let's start voting for which one's the most disappointing.
It's just reading this, right?
Yep.
Yes. So the finalists are for most disappointing game of the year: SimCity, Rome Total War 2, and NBA 2K14.
I put my vote for SimCity.
I'd vote that too, just from everything I heard.
Yeah, it's shit. I was in a beta.
It's pretty
It was
fucking
shit.
terrible. The fact that it doesn't play like, it's not like old SimCities where you can make just this gigantic ultra city is terrible. That alone for me.
Yeah, they said they're never gonna release that.
Yeah, but just
expansion.
terrible. That was what I enjoyed about the old SimCities.
I abstain.
That's fine. SimCity 1.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Maxwell, your turn.
Most erotic game, my favorite category that I added.
What's the
Nominations.
yeah, no, but how are we judging this?
Whatever
what
gets your
gives you the
jimmies all
most
rustled.
boners from killing or fear.
Okay.
Like
by
last
how-
time when you're killing someone, you just get a raging hard on.
It's by how erotic the game is. What do you
Yeah.
think, Nelson?
Okay.
If your jimmies are rustled by the game, then it's your vote.
Okay.
I think we know what's gonna win. Okay.
I don't know.
It's
There's
Last of
there's
Us.
vivid dicks in Outlast. So.
All right. The games are Last of Us, Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, Outlast, Slender, The Arrival, and Rayman Legends.
Okay, cut one.
I'm gonna cut Amnesia.
Amnesia.
Okay.
Well, I don't think any of us played that, did we?
No, I did not. I wanted to, but I didn't get a chance.
I think
to.
we just put it on there because it was fear-inducing, and that's our biggest turn on.
Okay. I'm a cut. I would cut Slender the Arrival. Actually, yeah, I'd cut Slender
It
the
has
Arrival.
that weird little midget that attacks you in the hood.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty
and,
arousing.
And the fact that your sister gets taken by Slender, that's erotic. I don't know.
That's true. Imagine how long his dick is.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, god.
Isn't your type tall, lanky men?
I fucking
So maybe
I fucking hate
maybe
this
that also has
category
something
so
there.
bad.
You're more like tall, lanky things that are man-shaped and suit-colored.
Yeah, that's not
It's gender neutral.
That's yeah. I would like gender
All
neutrality.
right, but he's cutting it, so
I mean, unless people want to keep it, I'm just kidding. I'm cutting it.
let's cut it.
Okay.
No one cares.
We know Rayman. We know Rayman Legends is gonna.
Yeah.
All right. Most
all
erotic
right, my
game.
turn to cut. Oh, I guess we vote now.
Rayman Legends.
All right, I'm gonna vote first. I'm gonna vote for Rayman Legends because we played it so much that I begged Smith to do awful things to me instead of playing it, and he looked at me, and since power arouses him, he went no.
Okay, so
And Maxwell
yeah.
was there, so he knows this.
so Rayman
Maxwell
Legend
can
wins.
I don't like to think about it.
Rayman
It
Legends
was a
wins.
dark time for all of us.
Let me go through them. Okay, Last of Us. Whenever you're killing someone, it's very brutal, as people say, but it gives me a boner, real hard on. Outlast, I've only watched Alex play, and his cries of fear give me, but not a semi, not a full boner. I have to be in there person to achieve boner. And Rayman Legends, there's so many phallic objects, and Alex got raped.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, Rayman Legends wins.
All right. There you go. Rayman's Legends is the most erotic game of 2013.
It is.
Undisputed.
Undisputed. It was unanimous. Everybody agrees. All right. Next up is worst game of the year.
Al,
No, it's me. It's
Maxwell.
Maxwell then me. Worst game of the year. We have the nominees are Ashes Cricket 2013, Aliens Colonial.
Wait. Before we start this, how's it different from most disappointing?
Most disappointing is a game that you thought was going to be interesting or good, and then it turned out, oh man, this is just not at all like I wanted. Like I was excited for Some City, but it turned out
Worst
to be,
game is just
like this is fucking
worst
terrible.
game.
This is why.
It's
Like
just
it
like
came
very.
out and it was just bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
I
just
out.
poorly made.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Poorly made.
the nominees are Ashes Crickets 2013, Aliens, Colonial Marines, Ride to Hell Retribution, NBA 2K14 PC Edition. Wow, making two stops. The Walking Dead Survival Instinct.
Is that the one where you play as Norman Reedus?
Yes.
Yes.
Double Dragon 2, Wander of the Dragons. And Marvel Puzzle Quest Dark Reign.
Cut one.
I know what I'm gonna go vote for.
I'm gonna cut Marvel Puzzle Quest Dark Reign.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
It was a well-made game.
Yeah, I like I like the game. I don't know why it's on the list.
I just
I didn't
just
like
remember-
it. I'm just saying it's well-made.
Okay.
I just
I should have
remember
put
you
it in
being-
most disappointing.
Yeah, you should have put
I
it in
just
most
remember-
disappointing.
I remember Al. I remember you just being like, it doesn't even have anything to do with the Dark Reign story.
Yeah,
it's just
it's
called
like
that.
excuses for people to be like, "Hey, Juggernaut's here now. Do something about it."
Yeah. Hey, look, Norman Osborn's in the building. Fight his henchman. There you go. All right, Chewie, cut a game. Cut a game.
The cricket thing, because how can cricket be disappointing? It's the most exciting sport out there.
It was so bad that the game, that the
They
company,
recalled the fucking
yeah,
game.
the game got taken off of Steam. The people who bought it got a refund, and they said, "We're sorry. This is such a bad game that we have ashamed the name of cricket
Then how does this not automatically win?
because
Then I'm gonna take off Aliens, Colonial Marines.
I don't think,
Yeah, that
I-
it was bad, but
Yeah.
Okay,
It
well
was-
you just
it was-
compare. Alien Colonial Marines on the same list where a game had to be recalled and people got to get refunded. There's no way Alien Colonial Marines was that bad.
And it's bad, but it's not that bad. I mean, a lot of these games are. I don't even think NBA 2K14 deserves to be on this list.
Don't even try on the fucking PC port anymore. Just sit there, make money. They don't give a shit. They'll just release another one extra. They'll make money. With the fucking new generation being basically PCs now, it's so easy to fucking port it.
Yep. It's alright. Yeah, I'm cutting Alien Colonial Marines.
I feel like we should cut NBA 2K14 before we cut Aliens Colonial Marines.
I don't know. Everything I've heard about it makes it sound like it was pretty bad.
Aliens Colonial Marines or NBA 2K14?
NBA 2K14. Sounds like a cheap port, which I cannot abide.
Yeah, cheap ports are terrible. But
and plus, Alien Colonial Marines doesn't sound
Aliens
as
Colonial
bad
Marines...
as Ash's Cricket.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as bad as... I know Ride to Hell was worse than Alien Colonial Marines.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I know the Survival Instinct, I know that was awful too, because I've seen people play it.
Okay, so...
And Double Dragon, sounds cool to me.
Double Dragon was fucking terrible.
But
it has Dragon twice in the title.
Yeah, I know. How can it go bad? But it did. Okay.
But yes, I'm cutting. I stand by my decision to cut Alien Colonial Marines.
I would say... I mean, we're gonna probably end up cutting NBA 2K14, so yeah, go ahead, cut Alien Colonials Marines.
Yep.
All right, Smith's vote.
Smith, cut something.
I'll cut NBA 2K14.
Yep.
Done.
These are pieces of shit.
Hey man, none of us played it, and for the most part, these other games are far worse.
Okay, Maxwell, cut one.
I don't know. Fucking Double Dragon 2, I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of these, so...
I mean, Double Dragon 2 is really fucking bad. I mean, it has such... It just got reviewed so poorly. It's such a bad remake of the old Double Dragon 2.
Okay, so it's a horrible remake. Was it so bad it A, had to be recalled? Did it nearly approach the level of putridness that Ride to Hell was? And was it as soulless of a cash-in as The Walking Dead?
It was super bad to the point where the guy, you know, the XBLA blurbs where they describe the game to you. It was so bad that thing was written in broken English. I read it to Chewie once, and then Chewie couldn't stop laughing at how bad it read.
Is that true, Al?
Yeah, it's pretty badly written. But maybe that's just not local fans.
Who made it, Nelson?
Fuck God, let me look it up real quick.
Oh, let's just fucking vote.
It was made by Gravity Studios, and it has gotten such low scores that it's like 18% on game rankings. I don't know, fucking 17 on Metacritic. Who the hell cares about that? But it's reviewed fucking terribly.
I don't know. Maybe we should just look at the Metacritic.
No,
see which was the highest. And fucking
it's pretty bad. It's fucking
just fucking
terrible.
Vote.
I don't think we should cut Walking Dead. Walking Dead. I think Walking Dead was a fucking cash-in. Yeah, it was terrible. But I think
and it was just.
Have you seen it played? You can literally, you can literally just stand in a doorway and press A and be fine.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
I do think Ride to Hell was worse than Walking Dead.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But
Ride to Hell is just hilariously bad. It's easy to get the flat.
Yeah,
video game.
It really is. Ride to Hell is. It's
all right. We know
really
all these games are shit. Let's fucking vote on Double Dragon 2.
I don't know. I think we should.
I disagree.
You think
I think Ride to Hell was worse.
No, we're voting to take it off. So let's take off Double Dragon.
I think we should keep it, and I would cut Walking Dead or Survival Instinct.
I'd take off Double Dragon.
But it's everything that's wrong with zombie games being coming out so much.
Yeah, you're right.
That zombie game is why zombie games is on the trends of games that need to end.
Okay, I'll agree with that. That's a good reason. Cut Double Dragon 2 then.
Jesus, that took forever.
All right, let's vote. I vote for the Cricket
Ash's Cricket 2013.
I vote for that.
That's 3.
The worst
What do you vote for, Smith? Out of curiosity.
I'll vote for Ride to Hell, but
okay. The worst game of the year is Ash's Cricket 2013. God, guys.
Because Ride to Hell is like watching an Ed Wood movie.
It's pretty fucking bad. It's kind of awesome though.
I'm glad we're rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on. Who's announcing this category?
Your turn.
My turn?
Yes, your turn.
Best downloadable game. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Okay. Next, Gunpoint. That sounds like a game about shooting.
Not
Next. Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. Surgeon Simulator 2013. State of Decay. Guacamelee, Melee. Xenoclash 2. Did that come out?
Yeah, it did.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. Shadowrun Returns. Brother, A Tale of Two Sons. That sounds
Yeah.
like a game.
Erotic.
Best
XCOM.
erotic game.
Yeah. I should have put it on the erotic games.
All right. I want to take off. Let's see. Of the ones I've played, you know, Gunpoint. I don't know what that is.
It was a cool...
Explain it to me. Sell it to me in 30 words or less.
Okay. It is a puzzle game where you play as an agent. And
Puzzle game, let's cut it out.
puzzle game where you play as an agent. You can leap at people and you can defenestrate them, and land on their bodies, and then use them as a cushion, and then you can continue, you know, puzzle solving and stuff. That's one of the ways you could take out guards. It's a major gameplay feature.
Anybody else have any complaints?
I mean, nobody else probably played it, but it's a good game.
It sounds cool. Sounds cool. I wish I played it.
It is cool.
We should have put that on that thing of let's know that.
I should have. I really should have. But I cut it. Yeah, I think it's a great game, but cut it.
Okay.
Smith, your turn.
I'll take off Guacamelee. I don't know what that is.
You play as like a luchador.
Yeah, Guacamelee
What?
is you play as a luchador.
Oh.
It's kind of like a Metroidvania luchador game.
Oh yeah. Never mind. I've seen it.
Yeah, that's Guacamelee.
Yeah, I'd still strike it.
Yep.
It's not in my top 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Maxwell.
Fucking Brothers.
I'd leave it on there. I'd leave it on there.
Yeah.
Is it in your top 3?
For me, yeah.
Not mine.
I didn't fucking play it.
What about you, Smith?
I didn't play it.
I mean, yeah, probably not. I mean, it's a good game. It's a lot about exploration and, again, puzzles.
You should really check this out, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, probably. It's an indie game. Check it out. It's fun.
Could have gone to the
two brothers
game that no one
incest masturbating each
It
other.
looks looks really fucking good. It's a great game. I'd buy it.
I know. God.
Let's see. My turn. I like Surgeon Simulator. God damn it. I'd cut Shadowrun Returns.
Yeah, I don't even know what that game is.
Why is
What?
Oh wait, never mind. I guess it doesn't really count.
What?
I was gonna say, why is Euro Truck Simulator not on here?
Because it didn't come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, they're making an American one.
Yeah.
Shadowrun Returns is it's basically a revival of an old game, Shadowrun. It's a pen and paper game that got made into a video game. It was highly beloved for the Sega Genesis and the SNES. They remade it. It's pretty cool. It plays a lot like XCOM Enemy Within, but more turn-based, even more so.
Yeah, we get it.
No, I'm just saying I would cut it. I mean, nobody else wants to keep it.
I
on
know,
here.
you said you were cutting it.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking.
Like,
Nobody else wants to keep it, right?
Nah, I'll
Okay.
cut it.
Oh.
All right, Chewie, your turn.
Call of Juarez.
That.
Hey,
Not my
look,
top 3.
I loved it,
I
but yeah,
loved it
not
too.
my top 3.
Yeah.
That's number 4. That was number 4
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, I can. Yeah, okay, let's cut it. I loved it too. It was a much better than the old Call of Juarez, the modern day one.
Yeah.
Smith, your turn.
Surgeon Simulator 2013.
No, I wouldn't cut that. I would not cut that.
Although that is a pretty niche. You have to like games like Was it QWOP?
Yeah, like QWOP and what is
And
it?
I feel like me and
Probable
Maxwell, at
archery?
least, I feel like the reason we like it because we had an idea for a game like that years
Yeah.
ago.
I'm gonna put
A
that
nice
there.
game called Gua.
Yeah.
So you make QWOP before QWOP was a thing.
Yeah, except it was more like our idea. It was like more like Surgeon Simulator, where it's like you're like a hand, and you're just trying to make coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and it's things like do work, make coffee.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It was like a multifaceted Surgeon Simulator.
But once you beat that, it became like a hack and slash.
Yeah,
I would like to
But
keep
the
Surgeon
chances-
Simulator. I don't know if anybody else wants to, but I'd like to keep it on there. It's a fun ass game, if you could call it that.
What is Xenoclash 2?
It's
it's like a FPS that focuses on melee.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
pretty awesome and brutal, and it's got a weird art style.
I'd probably cut Xenoclash too.
Yeah.
Surgeon Simulator.
I'd probably
I'd
cut
agree.
Xenoclash 2 before I'd cut Surgeon Simulator. All right, Xenoclash 2. Maxwell, your turn.
Save Decay.
Mm,
Uh,
I haven't played it.
I put that up there, but it's pretty. It should have been better.
yeah,
I love Save Decay. I would actually strike.
XCOM.
I would actually strike XCOM before State Decay.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's not
yeah,
really- it's not really a downloadable game. It was
Yeah.
a DLC.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
simply because I love it. That's essentially what it was. It was just an expansion to Enemy Unknown.
Okay, yeah.
It's
All right, enemy within.
XCOM.
All right.
Let's vote.
Let's vote. Far Cry 3
I
I
Blood
vote for
Dragon.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
There you go.
Yeah, vote for Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Yep. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon wins.
Yeah.
Winner.
Friends forever.
There you go. Yeah, it's friends. We played 2.
You know the unanimous one.
Yep. That was easily unanimous. There and there you go. That's another 5 categories. That was
Was it?
all right. 5 up, 5
Break
down.
time.
Yeah, break time.
All right, guys. Welcome back. Okay, we're on best co-op. The games are Rayman Legends, 3D Mario Land, Saints Row 4, Dragon's Crown, and They Cut Off Your Mom, and they suck. Alright, so, let's cut off, Rayman Legends, because there isn't a point system to tell you how good you are.
Agreed.
It just keeps on going on and on.
How can it be co-op?
It's like a hellish hellscape.
How can it be co-op if you can't compete with one another? It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
How can it be cooperative if it's not competitive?
Exactly. So cut that.
Sure.
Yeah. Alright, now we vote.
I vote for Dragon's Crown.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Dragon's Crown wins best co-op.
Nelson's turn.
Did that come out this year? This year it felt like
Yeah,
ago.
it was like April, something like that.
Yeah.
It was early this year.
All right.
It goes to show you, kids, games can come out early in the year and still have a running for rewards.
If you remember them. All right, best story. The nominees are Gone Home, Long Live the Queen. I have no idea what Always Remember Me is. Last of Us.
Like Last of Us, but second hand.
Hmm.
Second hand. I don't know. I don't know what it
That's
is.
Last of Us.
It's a dating sim.
Oh, okay.
I think it's out on Steam.
Okay. Bioshock Infinite, Grand Theft Auto 5, Fire Emblem Awakening, The Stanley Parable, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Saints Row 4, Papers, Please, and Devil May Cry.
You know what? Was Batman Arkham Origins not a good game because it's not on here at all, on any of these categories?
Yeah.
I guess no one really remembered it.
I didn't play it.
I didn't play it.
I liked it.
I played like the beginning.
I think the reason it's not on here because Smith may have been the only person that played it and he just didn't put it on.
Yeah, he's the only one who could have probably argued for it, but he didn't, so.
Journalism at its finest.
Yep. I could always remember me just because I don't know what the hell that is.
All right, let me tell you the
Yes. Sell us on this, Maxwell, please.
Sell us
Right.
on this wonderful
So
day.
basically, you
With
play
30
a
words or
girl,
less.
right? You play a girl with a boyfriend.
Sold.
They get into a crash. The boyfriend has amnesia. She doesn't. She has to. There's a lot of guys. She works at an ice cream shop.
That's like dude magnet right there.
There's a shy guy. There's a fancy fashion guy. There's the boyfriend. And guess what? The boyfriend has an ex-girlfriend that's a super bitch.
Oh,
compete
is she a
with.
choice too?
No.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend's dad is like super Asian. It's like, oh, you did this to my son.
That's what? What do you mean, super Asian?
It's
all
like Maxwell if
disappointed
Maxwell
and
was a
stuff.
dad.
Okay, yeah.
All disappointed and slanty-eyed bastard.
You projecting a bit there, Max?
Oh, no. It's part of the game. Yeah, I don't
Okay,
care.
yeah.
It's cut.
It's cut. All right.
Okay.
Moving on.
All right, moving
I
on.
was just,
Is it my turn?
It's just, of course, Max looks that up.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Of course, it's Max.
So always remember me is
I'm about
cut.
to cut it.
Best story. I want to cut Devil May Cry.
I'll agree.
Yeah, I liked it, but yeah, I'll agree with that.
Did you put that there?
I did.
Of course, he did.
Smith, go.
Yeah. I'll strike Gone Home.
But it's the best story ever.
And that game was only story. There was actually nothing else. It was just story.
Yeah, I mean they did
Yeah.
they did some cool things with the interactivity with the story, where the more you interact with the environment, the more you.
But I
get from
guess
it.
that would fall more under mechanics than actual story.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and even then, the story is not the best. And in comparison to everything that's on this list, I wouldn't leave it on this list.
Just because there aren't a bunch of dicks and guns and explosions doesn't mean it's not good.
What?
I'm just putting that out there.
Al,
I
you
agree
sound
with
like-
it being cut. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
But you sound like an average Gone Home reviewer. You understand this, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God, have
Gone
you
Home
guys-
is gone then.
Have you guys seen the reviews for the
Uh,
Brony documentary on
No.
IMDb?
Maxwell, you're
people
next,
who
right?
weren't
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's hilarious.
the people who weren't bronies, they gave it 1 star. Then all the people were like, "I'm a brony," give it 10 stars.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Maxwell, you're next on cutting the list, right?
Am I?
Yeah, I think you are.
Fucking papers, please. There isn't a fucking story. It's just, oh no, I work in a communist state.
Yeah, and that's the story.
That's, yeah.
That is a story, and that it's a
Fucking good story.
I don't know. It's a pretty interesting
No,
story because, like, the way I went, I had to feed my family, and then eventually a guard was like, "Every time you force somebody to be arrested, I'll give you half of what I earned for arresting that person, so you could feed your family." So I went
Oh no,
I went down
how
a very
about we
dark.
just...
I went down a very dark road. In
That's
that
that's
game.
so fucking original. Just go live in fucking
Yeah, I don't know. I thought
Serbia
it was an
or
interesting
something.
game.
Not my top 3. So
Yeah.
I would agree with it being cut because it's not my top 3.
Yeah, okay.
Is Long Live the Queen in your top 3?
Yeah.
I'd cut Long Live the
It's
Queen.
probably his number 1.
It better be.
I played that game so much.
I'd cut Long Live the Queen.
Fuck you.
That's I don't even.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
All right, Chewie, your turn.
Since I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that played it. Did you play it, Maxwell?
Nope.
I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one.
I'm not a fucking weeaboo like you
played it.
guys. I don't play these.
Nah,
Japanese-
you just play dating sims.
I liked it, but
I didn't
it's
play it. I just watched a let's play of it.
Okay.
It's a cool little game. It's hard as fuck.
I'm gonna cut last. No. Story.
Wait, why wasn't Fire Emblem Awakening a most erotic game? That's all sex.
Nuh-uh, it's all romance.
Oh.
Get it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
fucking.
Although, how can something be erotic without context?
Mm.
Let that
Yeah.
simmer
That's-
in all your
Without context, Nelson, it's just smut.
Oh, okay.
There's a
So I
difference
guess it
between.
should have been on most erotic, is what we're saying.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Too late.
Yep. Too late.
All right, I'm gonna cut Bioshock Infinite. I'm sure the story is great. I just haven't beaten it, and I don't want. I want to.
I could give you some summary of the.
No,
I could send you a couple
No.
screenshots I took.
no.
No, I'd leave it.
I just know there was racism, and I got the choice between to throw it at racists or not racists, and I like that so far, and I'm sure it's great, and I'm sure it would be. I'm sure it would get to the top 3 if I finished it by the time we did this, but unfortunately, I can't.
I'd leave it in, and I'd cut Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yep.
But you can have
Exactly.
sex with a little dragon.
Anybody else?
Yeah, all right. I'm good with cutting Fire Emblem Awakening.
All right, Smith, your turn.
Sure.
Oh.
Did we even read the nominees?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, probably.
Okay. Well, fuck.
Well, I'll tell you what's left. Last
Okay.
of Us, Bioshock Infinite, Grand Theft Auto 5, Stanley Parable, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, and Saints Row the 4th. I don't care if it's just 4. In my mind, it's the 4th.
That's what I think so too.
Mm.
I know all those have such great stories.
Yeah.
I think out of them, I'd strike Bioshock Infinite. Not because it has a bad story, it has a great one, but I think the other ones kind of outdo it with the cleverness of their writing.
I would cut Blood Dragon before I'd cut Bioshock Infinite.
That's the cleverness of the writing I was talking about, Nelson.
Yeah, I like Blood Dragon, but I think I would cut Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon before I cut Bioshock Infinite.
I'll vote for Bioshock.
Me too. Just because I haven't played it
Okay.
again.
Okay.
And I know the rest of them are witty as hell.
Yes, Last of Us is a pretty witty.
Pretty wit.
story.
It's quite witty.
Mhm.
Max,
That part when they're like, clicker, and you're like, yep, that is what's coming.
your turn, Maxwell.
They make that sound.
They click. That's accurate. That is what someone in this scenario would call a clicker.
I cut Stanley Parable.
I haven't played it, but I've heard amazing things.
I'd cut.
Yes, we know you cut Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon before
No.
Stanley Parable.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
I'd cut Stanley Parable, sure.
Okay.
I'd cut Grand Theft Auto before, but I'm in the minority there.
I mean, I'll cut Grand Theft Auto before I cut Stanley Parable too.
Whatever, we're cutting Stanley Parable.
it got the majority, so cut it.
Mhm.
Goodbye, Stanley Parable. We hardly knew.
Are you just like dying a little inside every single category, Nelson?
No, I'm good.
You sound much more dejected than when we started this journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You started off full of life, introducing us like, I'm so happy, and now you're just like, what's next? It's your turn.
Yeah, I'd cut Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
All right.
Okay, I guess.
In comparison to Saints Row 4,
I like Blood Dragon more than I like
I mean,
Grand Theft Auto. But
okay,
that's,
yeah,
again,
yeah. I like Blood Dragon more than I like Grand Theft Auto.
I liked the nature of the story a lot more, but God, GTA 5 wins my vote for just the best writing, best characters and
Okay.
stuff.
So,
So
Maxwell.
that's all.
Maybe that could win the whole best game,
Far
though.
Cry.
Far Cry? Okay, cut Far Cry.
Okay.
Alright, the last 3 are Last of Us, the Grand Theft Auto 5, and Saints Row 4.
I vote GTA.
I think Last of Us needs to win Best Story.
Maxwell.
Should I make this dramatic? Oh, for Saints Row 4. All right,
Ooh, it
exciting
comes down
part.
to me.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I disparaged. I guess,
There's really no wrong answer.
I'm gonna go with Last of Us because everything Joel did I agreed with, and there was a moment
Okay.
where I thought it was gonna go the generic route,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then it did everything I wanted it to, and I was just like,
yeah.
I was gonna
Okay.
vote for that too, but I
There you
wanted
go.
drama.
thanks for putting me in the hot seat.
You're
Alright,
welcome.
Let's see.
It feels like coals that have been burning for a while, so they're kind of like that white color.
I hope your balls are nice and sweaty.
Yeah, always.
Alright, Smith, your turn.
All right, next category is best looking game. Gone Home.
Known for its, graphics.
Known for its lush environments.
Well, it is known for its detail and its environment and stuff that you pick
But
up.
is that best looking or best?
Yeah, you're
you
right.
know?
No, yeah, I'll agree with that.
Proteus, Last of Us, Battlefield 4, Bioshock Infinite, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD,
Wait, but-
Grand Theft Auto 5,
I feel like
Metro Last Night. What?
should we cut Legend of Zelda
What?
Wind Waker because it is a re-release?
Mm,
I'd say
it's
so.
best yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'd say. I mean, we did say before we started to cut HD remakes. And
Okay.
We just didn't cut
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry
Whatever,
about
yeah.
that. I forgot to catch that one.
Grand Theft Auto 5, Metro Last Light, Tomb Raider, Killzone Shadowfall, Nino Kuni, Dragon's Crown, Devil May Cry, Tomb Raider,
Tomb
Guacamelee.
Raider up there twice.
Yeah, Tomb Raider.
Oh shit!
That's how
Sorry.
good it is.
The hair physics, man. The hair.
Yeah, Tress effects, man.
Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, Arm of Three. I'll strike Gone Home.
Good
Yep.
choice.
Yeah, I'll strike Gone Home. All right, I got
You guys
this.
are monsters. I'm surprised it hasn't won a category yet.
Maxwell, your turn.
We have so much love for the game.
I like it. Just don't think it deserves to win. In my,
Proteus. I don't know what that is.
it's an indie game that came out. It looks fantastic. I mean, you can
Ugh.
look at couple.
Really?
Strike it.
Dude, your
Strike
indie
it.
games.
Hey man,
We're
I
all
need
about mainstream.
Delete
Gone
it.
Home.
okay.
Indie games are like my kryptonite.
It looks amazing.
It's really stylized. It's
Yeah.
pretty
I'm
cool
being a
looking.
dick. Sorry.
That's cool.
Let me Google that. Proteus.
All right,
P-R-I.
my turn.
It's one of those games like that one where you're a leaf. It's
Oh.
all about. It's more like exploration and being in the
So, like,
environment.
Yeah.
Journey.
Yeah,
Ish.
it's kind of journey-ish, but it's
Yeah.
super stylized in this graphics. I would cut Brother Tale of Two Sons.
All right. I've seen the graphics on that.
It looks
yeah,
great. I mean, it has some great vistas,
looks good.
but
It's got a good, yeah.
in comparison to a lot of this list, I don't think it holds up.
Who the fuck put Armored 3 in there? It looks like shit right now. It's not even a full released game yet.
It is a full release game.
It's fucking alpha.
No, I thought it was
Oh, never mind.
it's-
I'm thinking about fucking Daisy. Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's DayZ.
I apologize for my crashness.
I am
Alright.
going to cut out Devil May Cry.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it has some great level design, but yeah.
That's not best looking game.
I mean, some of the levels look amazing, but yeah, there's a lot of other stuff in this list that looks way better.
So is this literally just like what, best graphics, best art style,
Yeah,
best
like,
color
what-
shading?
What? Yeah, best all of that stuff. What did you enjoy? What do you think looked the best in all these games? Like,
Shit.
What
What-
game, when
what
you
game-
started playing it, made you go,
yeah, like when I played Proteus, I was like, man, this looks fucking amazing. That's why I put it on there. But
What game
it doesn't, you
would
guys
make
don't like
that,
it. That's fine.
that would be like, hey, if this was a lady, she'd be super hot and I'd do her.
Let's see.
which is
Shut
a
up,
lady from
Maxwell.
Maxwell.
Smith, it's your turn.
It's my turn?
Yep.
That's strike Battlefield 4.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. There's a lot of awesome lighting, but yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that much better than Battlefield 3.
Right.
I think Nelson has lost his will to fight us.
Maxwell, your turn.
Yep.
Match for last night.
I
A lot of dark corners.
I'd cut Guacamelee before I cut Metro Last Light.
Okay, yeah. I'll cut both of them anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Guacamelee.
Al?
I'd cut. No, it's my
It's
turn.
Nelson.
It's my turn. I'd cut Killzone Shadowfall.
Hmm.
I think it looks. I think it looks
I
great.
haven't experienced it in the lightest, so I can't have an opinion.
I think it has an amazing lighting engine. I think it looks fucking fantastic. It runs great, but like Last of Us,
Hey.
Bioshock, a bunch of these games just have a better art style. Just look more different. It just
I
looks
think
fucking
it looks
great.
better. It looks better than Metro Last Light to me.
Okay. Anybody else want to cut Shadowfall, or are you guys fine with keeping it on there?
Cut it.
All right. I mean,
It's just more gray.
the
gray looks so much better
if you want to
than
keep
the
it
last
on,
one.
if you want to keep it on, Smith, I'd cut Nino Kuni before I'd cut Shadowfall.
No, I would cut Shadowfall before I cut Nino Kuni.
Okay, there you go. Shadowfall it is then. Chewie, your turn.
I too will cut Metro Last Light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Smith, your turn.
Did we read the categories from this one again?
Nope.
Yeah.
Forgot.
I did.
All right.
Yeah, I did.
Let's read
I
them
did.
all.
No, wait. Yeah,
We did.
Yeah, we
Smith,
did.
it's
You said
Smith.
Tomb Raider twice.
Yeah.
God, it was like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, some of us like to live in the now.
The present is 8 minutes from now.
All right, Smith.
I cut Arma 3.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Maxwell.
Tomb Raider.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
Out of
It
what's
was,
left,
it was a beautiful game, but yeah, out of the ones
there's some great lighting. The Tress effects is really fucking good. The
Compared to Last of Us, it's a little worse.
yeah. And, compared to a lot of the list that's left on this list, it's just not as good as the other ones.
I feel like the games that came out latest are going to be the ones that look the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dragon's Crown's pretty good because of the boobies.
All right.
I would say it's good because it's all hand drawn and very
Yeah.
stylized
very
because those
high
people don't look
quality
like
stuff.
people.
All right, Maxwell, your turn.
That's a very nice way of describing the boobies.
Go ahead, Maxwell.
Unworldly. My turn.
No, it's Maxwell's turn.
Oh,
Oh, is it? Nino Kuni.
No, I wouldn't cut Nino Kuni.
I wouldn't cut it either.
It looks.
I'd cut GTA 5.
Yeah, I would cut GTA 5 before I cut
Yeah,
Nino
let's
Kuni.
cut that.
All right. Okay. Last
is it
one.
vote time?
No, last one. I need to decide on which one to cut. I think I would cut Ni no Kuni before I cut Dragon's Crown.
I think so too.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Ni no Kuni. And the last three, Smith, read them off.
Last of Us, Bioshock Infinite, and Dragon's Crown.
I vote for Dragon's Crown.
I'd do.
I would vote
For me, it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down between The Last of Us and Dragon's Crown.
Okay,
But I'm gonna go with Dragon's Crown just because of how much
stylized
it
it is.
stands.
Yeah.
Just because of how much it stands out. There's just nothing like that out there.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, it's very original and it's pretty much its selling point.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna. I was gonna go with Dragon's Crown or Bioshock Infinite. I just love how. Just primary Bioshock
I love-
Infinite.
yeah.
It's just so there's so much color into it. Everything
I like the
looks
world,
amazing.
the world design.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail in the world. There's a lot of color in it. It pops in comparison to a lot of other first-person shooters. But you're right, Dragon's Crown just moving. It looks amazing. Even standing still, it looks fucking great. It's just
Of course, when we're playing Dragon's Crown and we would unlock a new piece of art every time, it wasn't, wow, this art is really good. It was, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. What's next?
Long live
And
Carl
now-
the Wizard.
And now we're like, yeah, Dragon's Crown has looked really good.
all right. So, Maxwell, your turn. What are you siding with?
Dragon's Crown.
Okay.
Boobies.
There you go. Dragon's Crown wins by.
I still remember
Unanimous.
when I picked that up with you, Al, and you were like, you were looking through the character book, and you said, I feel really sorry for people like the sorceress, and I said, why? And you go, 'cause they grow up and they get all these back problems.
It's a serious issue.
Mm-hmm.
Maxwell, read the next category.
Best music. Just Dance 2014. That's gonna win. Legend of Zelda: Link Between Two Worlds. No. Far Cry 3: Blood Dragon. No.
Yes.
Last of Us. No. Bioshock Infinite. No. And I'm gonna cut off The Legend of Zelda.
I would.
Yeah.
No,
I haven't played it, but is it just a bunch of rehashing of old music?
No, it's.
That's what I'm
you're-
thinking.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of remastering and redone of.
Yeah,
Link's
nothing new. Just cut
Link's
that.
Awakening. Link to the Past. Sorry, Link to the Past. Yeah, it's just a bunch of redone, like orchestrally redone music from Link to the Past. It's similar enough you get the tune, but then it's done well enough where you go, oh, this is different enough. It sounds awesome. But
I would agree to cut it.
okay, Link Between Two Worlds.
Yeah, me too.
I'd cut Last of Us.
Yeah,
That's
that wasn't
music.
too much.
Yeah, it was more
It
atmosphere.
was mostly ambient
Yeah, it was
sounds
mostly
and
ambient
stuff.
sounds in
Oh,
comparison.
It was mostly and what music there was.
It was mostly
like
like tense noises, like. Bah.
it was like two strings on a guitar,
Yeah,
like that
exactly.
slow, sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd cut Last of Us.
I mean, it was great for setting the tone, but there wasn't much of it. Like
Yeah,
Maxwell said.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, it wouldn't be best music. All right, Maxwell, read the last
Vote
three.
time.
I'm voting for Just Dance 2014.
I vote for Far Cry 3.
I vote for Bioshock Infinite. Actually, no,
I also
vote no.
vote for Bioshock.
Yeah.
I vote for Bioshock.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
put my vote in for Bioshock.
up to you, Nelson.
No, yeah. I was remembering God only.
You fucking traitor, Alex. You traitor.
No, because Just Dance, that's not their own music. Just Dance is borrowing hit tracks from like Lady Gaga and Mick Jackson
Exactly.
and Rihanna.
Exactly. It's better than any original game.
No.
music. It's fucking top 50.
Top 40.
hits.
Top 40
Top
hits.
40.
Fucking
Exactly.
Maxwell.
I don't know music. That's how I catch up on music. I play Just Dance.
But it's got like Love Boat. That's so old.
You need old stuff. You need to balance it out.
Yeah, but like that's how he catches up on music. He's not doing a good job.
No, see, this is why he doesn't do a good job catching on music. It's fine.
All right, so Bioshock Infinite.
Bioshock
'Cause I'm a
Infinite.
sucker for that old jazzy stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's like old gospel, old jazz.
yeah.
That's true. That's true.
The rendition of God Only Knows by the Barbershop Quartet was really good.
Forgot about that.
That
yeah.
was really fucking awesome.
Will the circle be unbroken? Yeah.
Yeah, or the Girls Just Want to Have Fun rendition.
Yeah.
That was.
I look
really-
forward to all these as I continue the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great. Okay, the next category is Best Surprise, and the nominees are Gone Home, Dota 2, Killer Instinct, and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
I would say.
I would
Yeah.
cut Gone Home.
I disagree
Right.
because it was a surprise.
Yeah,
No one expected it to
exactly.
be okay.
Okay.
It's the
Was it
most surprising.
Okay. What did
Because again,
I
it's
cut
not
Dota
as
2.
good as everyone says it is.
No, yeah, definitely.
But it was definitely a cool thing.
What would you
I
cut?
think I would
Dota
cut Dota 2 because no one expected that to suck.
I would strike Assassin's Creed 4.
I would not strike Assassin's Creed 4.
I would, because, I
strike
mean-
Dota 2 over Assassin's Creed 4.
I wouldn't strike Killer Instinct because I mean, this is
What's
not a.
fucking
This
trying?
is,
It's 3 people that voted for Dota 2. Cut that fucking out.
Oh shit! Put it full screen.
I wouldn't cut Assassin's Creed because it was a surprise. You expected to play as an assassin and you played as a pirate.
I was
Well, it was a
expecting it to be
surprise
crap
at
in
how
comparison
much-
to Assassin's Creed 3, and then I turned out, oh man, this game's actually fun, great.
but see, I would keep Killer Instinct because this is not a shot at you, Nelson.
No.
But
Go ahead.
look at what I mean when you look at that the developer
Double
who
Helix,
made it,
yeah,
Double
it's
Helix,
fucking god.
when you look at their track history, it's fucking awful.
And the fact that they never
And-
made
and
a
it-
fighting game before,
a fighting game before ever, and it ended up being
pretty
you know,
fucking
really
awesome.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was completely surprised.
That was a very good surprise. I would strike Assassin's Creed 4 because I mean it was a good surprise, but
We already
it wasn't
cut
that
Dota
surprise.
2.
Yes. We're
And it's
discussing-
my turn now.
No, it's voting
Well,
time.
now we vote.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I'm going to vote for Gone Home.
Killer Instinct for me.
Oh, Killer
Uh,
Instinct.
I vote for Gone Home.
Coin
Coin
toss!
All right, here we go. Heads for Gone Home because it gets into your head, and tails because
It kicks
thank you for
asses.
Killer Instinct because you kick so much tail.
Yeah.
You're like "Huh, combo on your butt.
Combo break.
Alright, quiet. Oh, that fucking spin. Fucking heads.
All right.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh no, yes, I finally won a category.
All right.
I was saying yes because the cosmic universe finally looked my way.
Okay. And that's
So it's Gone Home. The
that's
best
that's another 5. All right.
Is it?
Break.
Time is passing.
Go.
To...
We're back. All right, we're doing best competitive game. The nominations are Dota 2, Battlefield 4, and Injustice: Gods Among Us.
I guess people couldn't think of more.
Yep. So we're just gonna vote.
I'd go with Dota 2.
I will also vote Dota 2. So there goes the 2 people that play Dota.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what are you voting for?
Well, I figured You know, I haven't played Dota from what
No,
I've
no,
seen.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
no.
Maxwell,
What's-
vote first.
Oh,
Maxwell,
okay.
you vote
So
first.
you pick something I pick, so it can come down to a fucking coin flip. Injustice, Gods Among Us, because
Okay,
I'm kind
I'll
of
pick.
okay
I'll
at
pick
that game.
Battlefield 4. I guess.
Okay, there you go. Dota 2
What?
won.
Dota 2 wins.
There you go. Dota 2 is the
God
best
damn
one
it,
for
Smith.
this competitive game.
Screw up everything. Just like the video.
All right, Smith, read the next category.
All right. Next category is game I wish I could get into.
Read the
A
novel.
game that's very difficult to break into.
Break into, but seems like a lot of fun.
All right.
Gone Home, and Gone Home, Dota 2, Age of Wushu, Europa Universalis 4, and Arma 3.
Smith, what do you cut?
How badly do you want to get into Dota, Smith?
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's not the question you should be asking Chewie.
I'd strike Gone Home.
Yep.
I would agree.
All right. Gone home it is. Maxwell, your turn. Strike something. We need one more.
Why the fuck is Dota 2 on here?
It's hard to get into.
Yeah, it really is.
You're evidence of that.
No, I was like, hey, I joined your game. You guys fucking completely ignored me.
Did we?
I
I was
don't.
like, hey, we should play, and you guys just fucking ignored me. So I.
Oh, do you want to play
called-
later?
It's called the Dota community, Maxwell.
We're trying to make a team. You should join us.
I think Dota 2 should stay on there.
But it's not fucking hard to get into. It's a fucking MOBA. It's the easiest game ever.
It's clearly hard to get
Just-
into.
you
because You
just
tried to
shit.
get into our crew and you
Yeah,
couldn't.
and I mean the barrier to entry for a lot of people is the fact that the community is so fucking acidic.
Like all the Brazilians.
Sure. Oh, no, we didn't play with Brazilians. We played with
We
just.
played with Spanish people. They just kept talking, and then we had to mute them.
They called you the Alfito.
Yeah, they called me El Elfito, and they called Nelson the guy from the movie.
Yeah, I would not cut Dota 2. I would cut.
I would cut Age of Wushu
Yeah,
instead.
I would cut Age of Wushu over Dota 2.
Who the fuck put that there?
Me. It's an interesting game. It's not a fun
Yeah,
game.
it's not really hard to get into. It's just there's a lot.
Yeah, I don't. It's kind of hard to get
Oh,
into.
we had fun adventuring.
Yeah, I ended up stealing people and I sold them into slavery, and then I joined the gang and started murdering innocents, and then I went to jail forever. That was a weird ass game.
That was the end of your story?
Yeah,
I started selling like bread or some shit.
that was a weird.
Isn't this game like 2 hours long and there's a whole bunch of different fucking... Who the fuck deleted that? I didn't fucking say what I was gonna cut yet.
You sound like someone who needs to calm down.
We all voted.
So we got Dota 2. All right, we got Dota 2,
Whatever.
Europa Universalis 4, and Arma 3.
I'm gonna say Europa.
I want to put Arma 3, but I kind of want to go with Europa because that is also like
It's
like Crusader's
Kings.
Kings,
It has a
right?
huge. It's like Crusader Kings. It has a huge learning curve that you have to get
Such
past.
a fucking easy game. Jesus
That's
Christ.
because you play Crusader Kings. Like me, like if I played it, I'd be fine. But it took me a while to get into Crusader Kings.
I'm gonna put
I
my.
can tell you how long it took me to get into it. Actually,
I
I shave 60 hours off.
Jesus.
Whatever,
So-
Europa. Let's get that so we
It
can
took me
have like 2
55 hours
awards.
to get into Crusader Kings.
I
And
put
I shaved 60 hours off my total playtime.
nice. Yeah, I put my vote for Arma 3.
What did you vote for, Maxwell?
Europa.
So that's 2.
Smith, go ahead.
It's my fucking vote.
I'll go with Europa.
All right, Europa wins. Game I wish I could get into.
Wow, Europa's sweeping our categories. It's won twice.
Game of the year.
VIP.
We got Game of the Year. The last one. All right, we got Gone Home, Dota 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, Last of Us, Bioshock Infinite, Saints Row 4, The Stanley Parable, Fire Emblem Awakening, Europa Universalis 4, Forza 5, Papers, Please, Rogue Legacy, Super Mario 3D World, Devil May Cry, Assassin's Creed 4, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Metro Last Light, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, Injustice: Gods Among Us, Dead Rising 3, and Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Two Worlds. Okay, the way we're going to do this is that we need to cut until we get 10. And then from those 10, we need to choose which one's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and, until 10.
Hi. This isn't top 10 of the year. This
It's
is
fucking-
game of the year.
I know,
Game
I
of
know,
the
I
year.
know. But okay.
Yeah, we can put our top 10 in the chat.
Okay.
But let's just do game of the year.
Okay, let's do.
Not in the chat, in the info.
Okay. I would cut. Forza 5.
I'd agree.
I'll agree.
All right, Forza 5 is off the list. Chewie, your turn.
I'm gonna cut Blood Dragon.
Really?
It already won best downloadable game,
Okay.
and the rest
Yeah.
of these are full title games.
Okay, I'll agree with that. Smith.
Gone home.
Yeah.
It got its award. It got in
Unless-
there. That's all. That
Yeah,
matters.
it's got its award.
All right. Maxwell.
Legend of Zelda.
I'd cut Rogue Legacy before I cut Legend of Zelda: Link Between Two Worlds.
I'd cut Legend of Zelda because every Zelda game is the same game.
Well, they changed they changed a lot of things in this one. Well, not a lot of things, but they introduced.
Do you travel a majority of the time looking for new items to solve puzzles?
No, because here you can actually rent the items before you ever attain them in the dungeons.
Whoa,
it makes
big
it
so you
easier
can
to
tell-
solve puzzles.
So you can tackle any dungeon in whatever order you want. The only time you ever lose the weapons is if you die. So if you're good, you can rent all the weapons and never die and complete all the puzzles whenever you want. You can
Sounds like
also,
what Rogue
you can
Legacy
also,
like,
yeah, kind
Rogue Legacy feels like it does it better.
of. Okay. Anybody else? No. Okay. Legend of
I
Zelda.
haven't played it yet, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I'm just not a big fan of Zelda games. I don't like that type of game.
Who cut that? Maxwell, right?
Maxwell.
Wow.
Injustice: Gods Among Us. I'd cut Injustice.
I would agree.
I think it's a
Great
great.
Fighting game.
I think it's a great fighting game, but I don't think it holds up in comparison to the rest of the list.
Yeah, like Super Mario 3D World. Whew. What a game.
You want to talk about a fucking good game?
All right, my turn to cut. I'm gonna cut Super Mario 3D World.
I would leave that on there
I cut it.
Oh, why?
because I actually
It's just painful.
it's fun as fuck.
It's yeah, if you're alone and bullshit. It's all bullshit. And it's just the same Mario game.
You would cut it before
It's,
Devil
just,
May
it's,
Cry.
it's cooperative 64.
Enough of this. All cut it before. Just you're gonna cut it anyway. Just fucking cut it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it in comparison to all these other good games.
It's not fucking game of the year.
It's a good
I'm actually
Mario
caring
game. I'm
about
not
this
saying
one.
that it's a bad Mario game, but it's not game of the year quality.
I just love
A Mario game will never be game of the year quality again. That's just how it is now.
I don't agree with that, but sure. All right. Smith, go ahead.
I'll cut Devil May Cry.
Okay. Go ahead, Maxwell.
Metro Last Light.
What?
Metro Last
Oh,
Light.
Metro. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I cut Revengeance before I cut Metro Last Light.
Who the fuck cares?
Nah, I'd go.
Voting
The other.
on it
You would
now.
go Revengeance before Metro Last Light?
No, I'd go Last Light before Revenge.
Yeah, I cut Metal Gear Solid Revengeance before Metro Last Light.
Let's just fucking vote on Last Light. Whether it's not
I
gonna be
cut
cut.
Last Light.
All right, the 3 people cut it.
Okay.
So that's 3. How many?
Dead Rising
Cheers.
3. I would cut Dead Rising 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. All
Okay.
right.
Chewie.
I would cut Dota 2.
Yeah, okay. How many is that? How many do we got on the list?
I can't count. I didn't go to school.
We need to cut one more.
Let's cut Rogue Legacy.
No,
No.
I'd keep that in. I would cut
Right.
Revengeance before we cut Rogue Legacy.
Yeah, let's cut Revengeance. Whatever.
All right, yeah,
I don't-
I'll go with that. Yeah.
All right. Since this is the top 10, but we need to get
All right, we'll
Game
set
of the
that
Year.
aside and we'll do our top 10 not in the podcast,
Yeah.
and then we'll continue for Game of the Year.
All right.
So just set that list aside,
All right,
Nelson.
I got it. I'm gonna copy it right now. All right, go ahead.
Is it my turn?
Sure, go ahead.
Wait, who went last?
I don't know.
Nelson did, I think.
Yeah, I did.
Alright,
So it's your
okay.
turn.
I'll cut papers, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Smith.
I'll cut Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maxwell.
I cut Stanley Parable.
I'd cut Fire
That's
Emblem before Stanley Parable.
I would agree. Fire Emblem before Stanley.
Okay.
Fine, whatever.
Europa
My biggest
Universalis.
complaint is that Stanley Parable is this fun, unique thing, whereas Fire Emblem has similar mechanics, but also they do that stupid option where you can just train until you're overpowered.
Yep.
I just think
It has
neither is
issues.
Game of the Year quality, okay?
Okay.
Europa Universalis is 4.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Chewie, your turn.
Sure.
I will cut Saints Row the 4th.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, sure.
Smith, your turn.
I cut GTA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Maxwell.
Stanley Parable. Either that or Rogue Legacy.
I'd cut
I'll
Rogue.
go with losing Stanley Parable.
Then Rogue Legacy.
Yeah. Nah,
I would-
sure.
I would stay with Stanley Parable over Rogue Legacy.
I'd say Rogue Legacy's sake, because if a platform ever wants a chance of winning a Game of the Year again, it'd have to be like Rogue Legacy. You know, where it's still fun, but it's offering you a challenge. And,
Just because Stanley Parable.
Yeah. So I'd say cut Stanley Parable.
What do you think, Smith? What
As
do you
fun as
decide
the
on?
writing is and everything, I still feel like it. Wait, what won Best Story? Last of
Last of
Stanley
Us.
Parable would have been there, but
Yeah, Stanley Parable was close, but it didn't win. Okay. Stanley Parable.
and now we vote.
Last of Us.
Last
I'll
of
vote
Us.
Last of Us.
I vote Rogue Legacy.
Okay. Last of Us wins.
Let it be known that Rogue Legacy got a vote.
There you go. Game of the year is Last of Us. If you want to know,
Not unanimous, but
Not-
it won.
yeah, but it won. 3 out of 4.
That was super exciting.
And
I just
then
wanted a coin toss, Maxwell.
the Game of the Year top 10 list will be put on the
Info. Of
the info of the thing, so you can see.
Also,
where
probably
it's
on our
top 10.
website.
Yep. Probably.
Visit us at justwonderfulgaming.com.
Is that even up?
There you go. Thank you
Yeah.
for listening to the
It's not-
podcast. Catch us next year. Later.